Batavia City Council President Mary Ann Clanberg. And as you know, we are here today to call attention to a 9/11 exhibition that's here in the city of Batavia, here at City Hall, to help recognize the 10th anniversary of the terrorist attacks.
Cities all across New York, like Batavia, have teamed up with the State Museum and the Governor to create a 30 9/11 exhibits at locations from Long Island to Jamestown. I know that people will appreciate the unparalleled opportunity to feel connection and to be involved in this year's important anniversary.
None of us in New York State will ever forget the tragic events of 9/11. It was a day that changed all of our lives and, quite frankly, the entire world. The New York Remembers exhibit will help students and young people learn about what happened on that day. It will help us remember those who lost their lives and the tremendous sacrifice of the first responders and emergency workers. It will also help to reflect how New York stood as one, and the spirit and the community that united us all shortly after that event.
In regards to myself, Deputy Ron Midas, who was with us here this afternoon, and Sergeant Vern Falcone, who has since retired. The three of us, along with two members of the Mississauga Search and Rescue Team and a cadaver dog, were detailed to the Fresh Kills landfill in Staten Island. And that's where all the debris from Ground Zero were being transported over to the Staten Island landfill. And then there was hundreds of police officers there, many from NYPD, from across the state of New York. And our job was to sift through these ashes and the debris for any type of items such as jewelry, money, any type of artifacts, human bones. And then they had command posts set up at different locations, and depending on what you found, depending on where these items would go. And I remember, finding human bones, and we have to deliver those to the FBI so DNA could be possibly conducted so they could identify victims for the families. I remember one particular a badge that we found of a Port Authority police officer, and it stopped to think, there was a police officer who wore that badge, and it was really difficult to see these things. We spent 3 days there sifting through those ashes.
Hi, I'm Jeff Stevens from City of Batavia Fire Department. September 18th, 2001 is when a contingency from Batavia drove down to New York City to offer help. As firefighters, we wanted to help the fire department, but FDNY wanted to do their own thing, looking for their own people, and their need was for EMS. At the time, the City of Batavia was running their own EMS department. So we put together firefighters and medics, and with some volunteers in the county, and I believe there was 4 ambulances and probably 20 some odd people of us that went down, as they say, on Tuesday the 18th, which was just 1 week after. We left at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, got to New York City about 9 o'clock, and our staging area was Chelsea Piers, which is on the lower west side on the Hudson River. And that's where FDNY had their command post for the EMS. And we provided EMS for the surrounding area of Ground Zero, as well as EMS for workers at Ground Zero.
The thing that we remember most, all of us, is the smoke. And North Staging is where I was with Rick Hale and Dick Stephanie and Jeff Stevens, and we ended up just seeing the debris removed from the site and knowing that on the other side of the building should have been something that should have been 100 feet tall, or 100 stories tall, and it was gone. It was gone.
What were you feeling?
A lot of apprehension, kind of afraid if anyone had survived, what happened to them. And knowing that 2 months earlier I had my infant daughter on top of the towers. So it's tough, but 10 years later, we're still sad memories, but there's good memories also watching the state rebound and still being friends with everyone I went down there with. So.